Welcome to Candy's World on Wheels podcast. And here we are back on another episode of Candy's World on Wheels podcast. Today we have with us Corey, also known as RideWithDanger.
That's right.
Yes. So Corey, tell me about yourself. How did you get into motorcycling? How did you get into riding with danger? And how often do you do that?
So I have loved cars and motorcycles my whole life, basically. And actually got more into it watching Do It With Dan.
Hey, listen. I have osteoporosis.
Late high school, early college. He's not much older than me. But decided in college it was time to get a bike. So I got a Kawasaki Z650. That was my first motorcycle. And I've been loving it ever since.
That's a good one to start off with. And how did you decide that you wanted that one?
I was just drawn to it. I was looking for a little while and I wanted a sport bike, but I wanted to start off on something a little different so that I could kind of play both sides, I guess. Was riding dirt bikes since I was very young. So not my first time on a bike, but saw the Z650, heard it was a great starter bike, loved how it looked, kind of menacing, and I was like, let's go, let's get it. And that was my first one, 2017 Z650, brand new.
Good. That is a very good bike to start off with for sure. And the fact that you've been riding dirt bikes for a long time is great because that goes right along with it's not a theory, it is the way that a lot of people end up being lifelong motorcyclists. And what kind of dirt bikes did you ride? And where did you ride them? Because that seems to be something I'm trying to figure out is like kids need to ride dirt bikes, but they also need a place to ride them. So did you have somebody that had land or?
Yes, that's really what helped was my parents and grandparents had properties that connected through a good patch of woods.
Yeah.
And me and my grandfather kind of built trails out through there that just got bigger and bigger as the years went on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we rode. That was what really got me into it was I could go home. I had my own land that I could go ride on whenever I wanted. And I fell in love with it.
Good. Yeah, that's awesome. Good job, Grandpa.
Yep.
Yeah, we need more land. Or we need to just be able to have kids dirt tracks, kind of like they have parks. I think they should let the kids ride dirt bikes around the perimeter of the park instead of having a jogging path.
That would be awesome.
It would be.
I vote for that.
Yes. So have you moved on past that bike onto something else, or you still have that?
I traded that for my now Gixxer 600, and I actually almost sold it this morning. Somebody came to look at it. They said they'll think about it. That means no, but it's up on Marketplace right now. But I thinking about getting something else.
Mm-hmm.
Not completely set on what I'm gonna get yet, but if it sells, I'll probably be here.
Okay, well, might have something out there that you'd like. Are you going to stay in sport bikes or are you going to move to something else?
Most likely another sport bike. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get away from them.
Yeah. Well, you said that you like cars as well. So what's the car background for you and what's your favorite?
My very first car was a 2000 Mustang. Got that in high school. Basically drove it till the wheels fall off. Traded that in. It really wasn't worth much. I'm sure they sent it to the scrapyard, but traded that for a 2019 Camaro V6. Got that through college. As soon as I graduated college, traded that for my now 2023 2SS 1LE Camaro. Love that thing. Got sideswiped 2 days ago.
Oh,
so
tragic.
Yeah. It's going to the
Tragic.
shop, but is what it is.
Yeah. And how did you get sideswiped on that?
Just driving down the road and somebody put their blinker on and merged at the same time without looking, didn't shoulder check, just came right on into me. But, I got it on dash cam and everything, so I'm good. But
yeah,
my son was actually in the car with me, but it barely touched it. So we were both fine. We're good. And that's what matters.
Yeah. That hits on one of my pet peeves / big life passions of figuring this out is the distracted driving deal, because that's very, very much a very big concern for motorcyclists and people walking their dogs and going through crosswalks and DOT workers and anybody having to be out on the road is the people just not paying attention. So, if that car had maybe an advanced sensor system that would say, hey, dumbass, you're about to move into a vehicle, which it should and could very easily, that could have prevented
Yes.
that. Because what if you had been on a bike? You can't just, it's not as easy just to have a graze, you know, moving down the
Be
highway
a little
at
worse.
speed. So that is something that, even just minor things like that, if we can get some big movement against distracted driving of all sorts, that's my goal, y'all. Help me figure that one out. We need to get that beyond just motorcyclists because if we just bring it to the government as motorcyclists, they're gonna be like, eh.
Yeah, right.
But little Betty Sue walking her dog that gets hit by somebody, texting and driving or trying to maneuver through their big giant screens or whatever that the case may be, or just simply not paying attention. I think the vehicles should be smart enough now to prevent that or prevent it most of the time. And it'd be so easy to
Should
do.
be.
So I think that needs to be a big agenda for the car manufacturers. Even if they're going to think that in another 20, 30 years, there's going to be so much autonomous, this and that, I don't think we're going to get there that fast. So I think between now and then, existing cars and trying to retrofit existing cars and producing cars with this kind of stuff should be a big priority.
Agreed.
So that would make it safer and help remove the narrative of motorcycles are dangerous because it doesn't have to be that way and definitely could be less like dangerous if people had cars that would wake them up a little bit faster.
Yes, me and my wife's vehicles both have sensors and stuff like that. It's easy. It tells you when you mess up. It won't let you mess up sometimes.
Hmm.
I think that should be standard.
Yeah, like the lane drifting thing where it kind of
Yes.
shakes the vehicle a little bit. I think most of them should have something like that, but it could also do that not just when you're drifting out of the lane, because it does it, I think, even if somebody's not next to you, but for sure, if somebody's next to you within any striking distance, that would be a
Yes.
very easy adaptation. And quite frankly, I don't know why it's not there yet. I mean, all the tech's been there for a
Oh,
while.
yes.
So, and speaking of tech, I guess segueing into something else, you're in IT.
I am. My main primary job is IT for Bartow County government.
Hmm.
So I work with those employees, and there's like over 1,000 devices we manage.
Oh, that's
So
fun.
yeah, I stay busy. I stay busy.
I'm sure our fellow associate over here who does a little bit of that just for the small group is like, oh, I couldn't even imagine.
It's nonstop, but
Uh,
it's fun.
yeah. What is the biggest obstacle that you have to overcome with running 1,000 devices
Time.
that you can talk about?
Yeah, fair. Mostly just time because everybody wants something, and you have to prioritize what's important, what really needs to be done, and you not being able to drag a document right now is not super important. It's super important, and you can wait, but they'll call you 10 times about it until you
Mhm.
get to it. So it's just a lot to manage, but
Well, it's
you
their
get to it.
priority at that moment, but it's not
Exactly.
your priority in your list of priorities.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
I get it. They're at their desk. They only have that one thing, but I have hundreds and hundreds of other employees to make sure they're running smoothly too. So
Mhm. You have
it's
a
a
lot
lot.
of self-inflicted ridiculousness.
It used to be worse. I think most of the users are better about that now, but it still happens.
When
Yes.
they realize that everything they do is seen and
Yes.
yeah.
We can see it all.
Mhm.
Don't be dumb.
Mhm. Well, don't be dumb. Statement of the century. Don't be dumb,
It
but yet we
happens
still continue to be.
too much.
Mhm. So with your Ride with Danger, tell me how that got started.
Started that when I had the Kawasaki back in college through I don't even know what GoPro it was. One of the older GoPros, maybe like a GoPro Session or something, and this crappy little $10 Chinese mic. Hooked it all together, made it work, just did it for fun. Um, what made me want to continue it was I had some dumb video where I was riding over some bricks, like a little brick road, and it was just shaking me. So I was like, and Icon Motorsports saw that video and used it in, I guess, a commercial or something for one of their YouTube videos. And in return sent me an Icon Airflight, gloves, jacket, and some other stuff.
Mhm.
I was like, that's really cool. And I kind of just kept going with that, like got more views, people enjoyed it, people liked it, and it just kind of evolved from that.
Mhm. Yes. Well, it is amazing to see what hits sometimes, people just will gravitate towards the most unusual things where you
Yes.
kinda you think you have, like, a rock star idea over here, and you go through all this production, you do all this stuff, and then it, like, kinda fizzles, but then there's just this weird little rando thing over here that happens that
That's
goes
how I
gangbusters.
yeah, that's my exact experience.
Yes.
I'll just do
So
something dumb and people will be like, "Do it again, do it again." I'm like, "Okay, I guess that's the popular
which
thing."
goes against our statement just from a second ago of "Don't be dumb."
Yeah,
Yeah, dumbness is the award winner for the internet
it
stuff. It
is.
is,
It
so
really is.
I don't understand it. I don't, but it's
People are drawn to it.
I guess. My son is of the age where he loves to see, like, fail videos, but, just all the what you would have called decades ago, like, slapstick comedy where it's just, like, hurting each other or people hurting themselves, and he just is over there crying, laughing with these
I
people
mean,
just hurting themselves,
I
and
used to watch that stuff all the time, so I can't say anything, but yeah, I get it.
But if it happens in real life and you laugh at somebody, then you're an ass, but you can watch it on TV and it's perfectly fine to laugh at it, but if that's your gut reaction when somebody does it in front of you,
It is.
and you're like, "What's the matter with you? I just hurt myself." You're laughing. It's like, what's the
It's
difference of it being in real life or me laughing at my screen?
it's funny. I'll say it to their face. It's funny.
Yeah, it depends on who it is, but yeah.
That's fair. I mean, I'll help you up off the ground, but I'm still gonna laugh at you.
You have to be able to laugh at yourself. I think that's a good human trait,
That's
being
right.
able to laugh at yourself and laugh at others and not take don't take stuff so seriously. I think people who can't laugh at themselves, that's a
That's where
dangerous
the
kind of
struggle
person.
comes
Yeah,
in.
that's a dangerous person. It's like life's serious, but it's not that serious. Everybody has their moments to laugh at and be laughed at,
Oh, yeah.
and
Gotta
um,
roll with the punches.
for sure, sometimes literally.
Yes.
Yeah. So, with your day job and your side hustle, like, what would you see your future being? Like, would you want to do more of the online stuff, or you want to just keep them going parallel?
Mostly parallel for right now, as far as I can see. I do a new video every day. I'll record like several in a day and just schedule them out, make it kind of simple. But right now it's working well. Ideally, I would like to make more videos if I had the time, but social media is very sporadic and unpredictable. So I'm not putting all my eggs in that basket,
Hmm.
but I'm enjoying it. It's fun.
Yeah, the next new wave of whatever can come and completely obliterate whatever's been doing
Yes.
well. So, that is definitely something that people need to learn, and not just relying on the one thing for your sole source of income. You got to
Exactly.
spread that around. And we've seen that ourselves since we're older than that kind of technology anyway. Going back to Facebook, like when they pushed for businesses to go on Facebook, and it was real difficult to, get all the stuff verified, get your account set up, and kind of tons of glitch things. And I remember talking to one of the reps, and this was a while ago, and they wanted to have all your personal information. And so far at this point, you could just make an account with an email address. You didn't have to verify who you were or whatever. And we had been on there for something like 10 years already. And I had told the person on the other end of the phone, I'm like, we've already had this account for almost 10 years. We're older than you, but you want us to verify ourselves when you can go to our website. You can see our website's this old. You can see you can see all of this. And like, it doesn't matter. Like, how does that not matter? We're older than you are. And you want us to prove, why don't you just look at what I'm telling you? And they didn't care. And I think that's why they hate us still. Cause I was like, we're older than you. No.
Fair enough.
And that, we were talking earlier about all the changes and how you just kind of have to keep playing the games, and you have to adapt your account or change the accounts based on what they're changing their stuff to. And after you've done it on our scale for so many years, it gets very annoying and aggravating.
It
It's
does.
like if one more social media platform comes up, we're just not doing it. I don't care.
That's kind of the boat I'm in. I've on several different ones, and it's hard to keep up with those. And then like, oh, something else came along. Like, I don't care. I'm already posting to 4 or 5 different things. I'm good.
Yeah, over here in one of the holders, I've got cards from a long time ago. We had made an Icon Atlanta Facebook page and also a MySpace account.
Yes,
That's how long we've been doing
MySpace.
it. So to
I
have to
remember
go through all that
MySpace.
crap over and over and over again, it's crazy. I just forced myself to let Duncan make some TikToks because everybody's been on me about that for so long, and I'm like, it doesn't do anything for businesses.
It doesn't.
It just kills brain cells. So
That's what it is. But
but
I
now
post on there too.
we have a TikTok fodder now.
There you go.
So we have to use it. So hopefully
That's right.
it'll eventually, after 1 million views, get somebody into the dealership because they
That's
want to come here and see.
exactly.
And many times we find people come in here just to be here because they saw it online somewhere.
Well, that's cool.
So that
It
is an
works.
interesting thing. It does work. It just takes a while to get them in the door. But everything is seed planting. Everything you do for business or social stuff is all seed planting. You just hope they remember you when the time comes,
That's right.
when they're by here or they're looking for motorcycles or whatever else that we have to offer to them. So it is always neat to see people that come here from a long distance, particularly like you mentioned, Dan. We've had people that have made a special side trip, like they're driving across the country and they made a special side trip because they were close enough to Atlanta to go ahead and make an extra 200-mile trip to
cool.
come by and breathe the same air that he did. So we get people from all over the place, and I love hearing those people's stories about how they came to us and the stuff that they ride and how they got started riding. So it's something to look forward to what this grows into, and bringing
yeah.
people from around the world to be here to talk about their motorcycles, cars, trucks, whatever. I think it's going to be continued a great thing to do for WOW and motorcycling as a little side note to it.
Yeah.
Let's hear all the stories, and somebody's going to be interested, and they're going to decide that, they heard you talking about the first motorcycle, and they look at that and they go, yeah, that does fit that bill. It does draw me to it. And you can get somebody started on their journey.
I hope so. I get asked all the time, like, what a good starter bike is. That's probably the main question I get asked. People are like, what should I get? What should I get? And I'm like, start on something small, but make it something that fits you well and that you enjoy. But it's cool how many people are drawn to motorcycling or asking me about it. Like, I'm not an expert, but I'll try to point you in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody should be on the same page of starter bikes for sure.
Yes.
That's something we
Turbo
all need to be agreeing on, regardless of kind of what you might internally think. It's in the best interest of the person to have it be a smaller one. Indeed, for sure. And for everything that you have seen and done, what do you think your dream bike for your future will be? Like, just any bike, 10 years down the road, like, what do you see yourself? Time and money is not an issue.
I am drawn to the BMW S1000RR.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the fastest 1000. It's not the best, but I like it. I
think all the people that own them would disagree with that statement.
Really? I don't know. I can't even point what it's the best at. I just like it.
Yeah.
And I'm at the point where like I don't care what other people think, or not trying to race people. I don't care if it's the fastest or the best or whatever. Like, I just want what I want. It is what it is.
And you're just drawn to that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it.
Good. If you could design a motorcycle for you, tailored to you specifically, what would that be, and what kind of style would it be? Another sport bike, or?
It would be a sport bike, and it would be low because I'm short and I don't fit most bikes very well. And I feel like most sport bikes are not meant for shorter people as much. But I don't know. I just like the sport bike styling,
Low seat height,
low seat height.
big horsepower, or just okay horsepower?
Depends what you mean by big. I'd say like anywhere between 150, 200.
Okay.
That's a good fun range.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
think the power band is more important.
where it pulls.
Yes.
It can depending on the circumstance. That definitely can be the fun aspect of it or the important aspect of it. And how about for cars? What's your dream machine?
Money no object.
Money, no object.
Aston Martin Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Insane hypercar, very raw, kind of insane, super impractical. You got to wear headphones, you got to strap in a harness, but it's
It's not impractical unless you're dropping your kids off at school.
oh, it's insane. I would love that.
Yeah.
It just feels like a pure car experience, so you're just connected to the car and the road.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks great.
I'll add it to my list as well, just because, the list grows long. Speaking of car experiences, have you ever done any of the car experiences, like when they bring the Ferraris and Lamborghinis to town?
I go to car shows all the time.
Not the car show where you can actually go to a track and
Oh, no. So I have not. I've been fortunate enough. I have a lot of friends with cool supercars and stuff. I've got to be in them a lot. I worked at Atlanta Custom Wraps for a while, so I got to be around supercars every day for a while. I I love them. Always been big into cars, and I just like standing around them. But I have gotten to drive quite a few dream cars, and it's a cool experience. I just love machines.
mm, yeah, so do we. Everything,
Oh yeah.
vintage stuff, new stuff, future stuff. It's all of it has a very unique time and place kind of thing, and I hope that I'll be able to continue to expand my um, trade-ins, trade-arounds, trades-ups, trades-downs, all that stuff. Because there's one day I might just want like an old little convertible,
There you go.
like a '60s convertible, just for a purpose. And I think if you just love vehicles, having opportunity to try all different sorts out. I think most people start off life looking at the real high end exclusive stuff because it seems so unattainable. And then as you kind of go through, and if you truly are just a machine lover, you start to appreciate all of the aspects of everything.
Agreed.
And going to the car shows, and especially in Atlanta, you get such a huge mix of everything.
You do.
And it's entertaining. I have pictures of all of them. I have pictures of stuff that I think you would get tetanus if you touched it, and then the high end supercars
Oh, yeah.
and everything in between. And I think the custom cars and the custom trucks are very cool. With you get the guys that put all the hydraulics on them, and then you get the people that just do the performance customization. Then you have just all the cosmetic customization. So you have infinite categories within categories of different stuff to look at, and they all have their unique personalities and the groups of people who like them too.
That's what it's about. I like the customization and like people making the build what they want to do. It's not just like cookie cutter stock cars. Like you see everything,
Yeah.
and it's awesome. I love that community. It's just cool stuff that I've always enjoyed.
Yeah, we don't get to go to Caffeine and Octane regularly like we used to, but I think also what I find interesting is depending on what time you go, you'll see more of one thing than another. And the last time I went, I just happened to be going in where there was a bunch of guys that had trucks with hydraulics, but it was kind of like the little Hot Wheels cars where they with tiny, tiny little wheels.
I've seen those.
And it doesn't look like it should actually function. But they had them in the parking lot, kind of all at different
Just
heights and
dancing
angles and
around.
stuff. And, that to me was the highlight of the show in that particular day, because I just hadn't had the opportunity to. I've seen them before, but just they caught my eye because it
Yes.
happened to be where I went in. And, that was that highlight. And other shows that I've gone to, you see people that bring in like cars or vehicles that come from movies. And one time there was a guy that had the RV that had been in like a Chevy Chase movie.
That's awesome.
And that was neat to see because you just see how they painted everything to make it look dirty. And he had the whole like storyboard of everything on there. And,
That's cool.
where do you get to see that kind of stuff? Have you been up to the Cartersville,
Savoy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
I had a membership there last year and this year. Try to go every now and then because they switch out exhibits and stuff, and it's always cool. They always got cool stuff there. Love to check it out and practice my photography there.
Mhm. Do you have a favorite that you saw there, or something that really stood out?
Hard to pick a favorite. I enjoy the museum because things change, and every time I go there, it's just different stuff. They got classics, exotics, tuner, like everything. It's always cool.
Mhm. Yes, I think in my future, one of my future business ideas is to have a car museum that highlights different people's cars. Not that I want to own all of them because I've had my experience with that. And keeping up with a bunch of motorcycles from a maintenance perspective that you're trying to keep in a museum is already enough. I don't want to do that again with cars. But
Fair.
having a way for people to bring in their vehicles and display them and just rotate them out, because there's so many people that um, would love to show their cars,
Oh yeah.
but don't necessarily want to take them to a car show or something like that. So we also want to have motorcycles that people own brought here and showcased one day. That's on my list of things to do, by the way, Duncan. Because there's so many collectors here in Atlanta that he's writing it down on our big list. There's so many collectors here in Atlanta that have such cool things, and there's definitely nowhere for them to show their bikes. With the custom bike scene here and just people that have big collections, I think that would be a very good, it's a beautiful showroom to be
Oh
able to
yeah.
showcase their bike. We can rope it off and put lights around it. So look for that. That's going to come next year.
Sweet.
And then we'll just rotate that out and we have more things to talk about and we can make even a special little video about it so that people can see it indefinitely. And then we get to see the coolest stuff that
There
gets
you go.
normally is just hidden in some dude's garage,
Win-win.
Exactly. So if you could merge everything that you love to do into one big, I don't know, job or lifestyle or whatever, what would that look like for you?
Ooh, I don't know. I consider myself like a jack of all trades. I do so many different things, but
So
I
you'd be like an Amazon.
yeah. I love like photography, videography. I love machines, cars and bikes and tech. Uh Social media. I don't know. There's so much that I do. I don't know how I could even combine it all into like
A
even a
thing, like a
big
one
job.
thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's so much. I stay busy.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you wouldn't just pick one thing. It would be
I
gotta
couldn't.
do a little bit of everything.
I can't sit still for very long. I always have to be doing something, so I'm always picking up new stuff, always doing different things.
Mhm. Yeah. Us too. He's trying to slow me down on stuff, but that's
Hey,
okay.
you gotta have goals in the pipeline.
We
I
do.
get it.
Yeah, we do. Goals for you. What do you wanna do with what would be a big dream for motorcycling beyond the type of bike? Would you like to do something like go on a big trip or go to the racetrack? Or like what would be something that you would do once you have that BMW S1K?
Probably more track and mountain time. Although I've slowed down since having kids, I'm not trying to go crazy anymore, but I still enjoy it, still enjoy going fast and leaning, but I wanna keep it toned down, but I wouldn't mind hitting the mountains every now and then.
Yeah. Have you done any epic, like what you would consider for the time you've been riding? Have you done any big trips or anything?
Not really. Not on the motorcycle, no. We've taken the Camaro out quite a bit, gone to Tail of the Dragon, gone to different states and stuff, but I don't think I've really done much with any of the motorcycles, unfortunately.
What's your fondest memory, car or bike or both, of something that just really stands out that you did that you love that memory?
Tail of the Dragon. Uh, the first time we went, wife was in the passenger seat, kid in the back. They both loved it.
Nice. That's a win for
It's
you.
you gotta kind of worry
they
about
didn't like it. That would have been bad for you.
but they loved it. I want to go back now that I have 2 kids and throw the other one back there and make sure he enjoys it too. But it was just really cool. I mean, it's highly recommend if you like driving or riding, going to Tail of the Dragon. I mean, just the views alone are worth it. But if you enjoy vehicles, definitely the place to be. But if you can enjoy it with other people, that's the best.
Mhm. And you can do your photography and videography up
Yes.
there as well. Lots
Yes.
of internet fodder to be made up there.
Very true.
Yeah, we did a seminar here one time, and I had gotten quite a few pictures from Killboy for
Yep.
part of this. This was like accidents on the road, and they're very funny talking about laughing at people getting hurt. He's got some awesome pictures of people crashing up there, and you can't help but laugh.
I mean,
You can't help but laugh.
I can't.
That guy gets you just right perfect angle where your body's just
Yeah.
doing like the funniest things, and
Like you're breakdancing. but,
yes,
Yes,
there's
he's not having a good time, but I like seeing it.
Yeah.
So.
yeah. That day ended poorly for them, but hey, he's got great pictures from
That's
it.
right.
And most of those people, I'm pretty sure, end up buying those pictures very specifically.
You have to. If
Yeah.
you don't, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I want all the crash
Yeah.
pictures. Let me get the big package with that one.
Yup.
'Cause-
I do have one of Killboy's pictures of the first Camaro I had when we were doing it, framed just on my fridge. They always enjoy seeing that because I know my family's in the car and we were just having a great time. We loved
yeah,
it.
family memories.
That's right.
And you got to be careful because, your kid's going to be on your insurance for a while.
Yeah.
So be careful what you put into them. And one of the things that Rylan Hennessy and I were talking about was the fact that he and my son share something that not too many people do, and that's having crazy high horsepower car driving mothers. And the fact that my son can read in the car while I'm driving is, he's going to be a rally car co-pilot guy, I think, one day, because
That's
that's really a talent that I do not have. I can barely look at my phone if somebody else is driving. I can't do it, but he's been able to master that. And I think it's because starting at a young age, he was in whatever I was driving, slinging him
That's
around.
That's
like,
right.
always in a hurry. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. And, it develops that ability to be in those kinds of high horsepower conditions. And he definitely had a lot of fun when I got the Tesla, and he and his friends, I'd put him in the car and just let him bounce around, hitting the accelerator, and they're flying around the back and
Nice.
having a great, great time. And, that's a memory that he'll have and his friends will have forever and ever.
That's what it's all about.
Yes.
That's why I like cars and bikes, is not just for you, but you get to share it. It's something that you can show other people, you can have fun with and make memories. And I mean, the social media aspect of that is cool because, like, I get people asking me stuff all the time, and it's just like, I don't know you personally, but like, you're invested in this with me, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I don't post anything what I do.
I don't post the crazy stuff, but
Yeah, I don't want the wrong people knocking on my door going, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, child endangerment here.
you got to know where to cut it off.
Yeah. I don't have the one time in Mexico videos at all. I don't plan on it, but it is fun to be able to do that with him, and the fact that he likes it. And for a while, he kind of went through this stage where he didn't like it, and he was like, he actually have this thing. It's probably one of my most treasured possessions. He wrote me a ticket, like in his little 5-year-old handwriting.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's a speeding ticket for you, Mommy. You're driving too fast.
That's awesome. I would keep that framed
Oh,
forever.
I'm going, yeah, I've got it. It's one of my
That's
special,
cool.
special things above anything else. And,
That's cool.
But now he's so used to it. And so when he's with other people, it's painful for him. Kind of like if you're somebody that's used to really, driving or riding swiftly, as I call it, It's very painful to do the speed limit, like the speed limit or under the speed limit. You're just
Yes.
like, it's a feeling you have of agony.
Understandable. It sucks.
Yes. So
Why do people do that?
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But sometimes I'm just like, can I drive, please? Just let me drive.
Yeah, even my kids are like, go fast, go fast, go fast. I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm in traffic right now. I would, but thanks. I'm glad you like it though.
Yeah, it's like, see that thing in front of me? I cannot go through it.
Sorry.
Yeah, being able to have the hover car would be great, but I'm still on the road. But he'll be driving soon, and we talk about that on, I want him to be a superior driver. I want him to be able to handle the vehicles because there's certain ages of kids' lives where certain things for ending that life is so high, so high. And you go through the different things you having kids know, like choking hazards, big
Yes.
deal, drowning's a big deal. So you get past those two phases, hopefully. And then you're like, okay, well, riding the bicycle, skateboards, whatever, whatever. Let's get past that. Okay, now we're entering the driving zone, which is the most dangerous part
Yep.
of
It's a
teenager into
scary
a young
one.
adulthood. So it is something we are working on already, and he's already started doing some driving stuff with the carts that we have here. And you'll see him out here in some weekends later when he's a little bit older, but you know back in that truck all the way around the parking lot. You're going to do this in reverse without cameras. You're going to do
Yep.
all this stuff manually. We
Yep.
just had a trade in of a stick shift truck, and I'm like, hold on, we're going to keep that. Everybody's going to learn how to drive it.
That's right.
It's a POS. I don't care if it blows up. We'll just rent it to everybody who needs to have the stick shift training
That's
course
right.
out front. So he's going to learn how to drive that too,
That's cool.
and just be a very, very proficient driver with everything. And I think that's what I would love to see for everybody. But there's so many kids who don't even want to drive, who don't have an interest in it. So it's kind of
Lame.
weird. Yeah.
Boring.
It's like, don't you want your own freedom? Like I think maybe that's just in our DNA, but it's like,
Maybe,
give me that vehicle so I can go where I want to go.
Exactly. It's so fun when you get a car. You gotta do it. You can't just be like, oh, I don't want to drive. Why? Get out there.
I guess also it's the
Explore.
same. Maybe they had too much stuff done for them, or I don't know. It's hard. I'm sure there's some study that's done on it, and maybe it
Yeah.
would be accurate on why. Maybe they're of that social media mindset that they don't need to drive for environmental reasons, or because maybe their friends are just on their phones. Those
Yeah.
kinds of things. Yeah. Get off of the couch. Get outside. Go see your friends. For real.
Yeah. And stay off the phone while you're in the car. That's a big one.
Yeah.
I feel like every time we go out, well, if we're like coming up to a red light or something, we'll just look out the window while people are still moving. They'll just be on their phones and stuff. Like they're on their phone. They're on their phone. You're good. They're on their phone. They're on their phone. It's just
Oh
like
yeah.
everyone's on their phone.
I think everybody's done that. Well, maybe not the people that are constantly on their phones, but every time you're at an intersection, I definitely am always looking to
Yeah.
see
I mean, I
what
don't even mind
everybody's
it if you're
doing.
stopped at a red light, but like if you're going down the road or something, like
Yeah, but you can see it,
yeah,
as the traffic is
yeah,
going by, and the amount of people that are doing, they're driving straight, but their heads are down. Like when the odd occasion that I do handle my phone while I'm driving, I don't even try and hide it. My steering is way too sensitive. I can't use my knee to steer because it's got the yoke on
Yep.
it. I can barely breathe without it going in that direction. So I can't try and do two things at one time without that light little pressure pushing the car off in one direction or the other. So I'm here. I can see it. I'm just doing whatever for a minute. But the people that still try and hide it are the funny ones. They're the serious danger ones.
Straight
Yeah.
I know what you're doing.
Yeah. And I think it's funny too with the police cars, and they've got their giant laptops.
Yeah.
And I'm like, distracted driving much? They're barely looking around. The other night I left. I shouldn't tell on myself, but I do leave out of here swiftly sometimes. And oddly enough, the only reason the guy didn't see me was because he was looking at his phone. I saw him looking at his phone, but he didn't see me, which is fine. I'll take my pass because
There you go.
I know when I get pulled over, it's going to be ugly. So
Fair enough.
yeah.
Yeah, same boat.
So what do you have planned for the family in terms of enriching their experiences with cars and bikes? Are you gonna have the kids on motorcycles?
Probably. So, um,
Grandpa still have his land?
yes,
Awesome.
yes. So ideally, when they're old enough, dirt bikes and stuff. One of them just turned 2 yesterday. One of them is about to turn 4 in January.
Great age to get
Oh
started.
yeah. So for Christmas, we got them bikes and scooters, so they're gonna enjoy that.
Mhm.
They have like the little, like the little Tykes car already. They have a little, I don't even know what to call it, like little scooter thing for babies that they cannot get enough of.
Mhm.
They love cars and bikes already, so I feel like it's a good time to get them going.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely gonna push as long as they enjoy it. I mean, we'll get them little dirt bikes, e-bikes, something. I don't know, but as long as they enjoy it, I'll keep them on the right path.
And what was your first dirt bike?
It was like a Honda. I don't remember. I know.
No.
So it wasn't. It was like a rebuild. My grandpa like kind of put it back together, so it didn't even have a lot of original parts on it. So I'm not sure really what it was. It was kind of a,
Grandpa's garage special?
yeah, a
Mhm.
little bit of a Frankenstein, but it made it fun.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's okay. You remember it.
That's
That's a
right.
good
Yeah,
thing. It had a Honda
we still
tank
have
on
it
it.
somewhere. Actually, I think it's in
Alright.
his basement.
There you
But
go.
yeah,
Well, go dig it out. Take a look
that's
at it.
right.
Post it. Yeah. And then you can Frankenstein it up for
That's
your
right.
kid.
I might have
'Cause
to do that.
if they're 4 this year, yeah, 5 is a good time to get them going as long as it's not too tall for them.
Yeah, I'll have to check on that. I don't even remember.
It was such a fond memory.
I know. I remember just, POV on it
Yeah.
flying through the woods and
Yeah.
whatever, but I know it's red. That's about it.
There you go. A red Honda. Never heard that one. Uh,
Crazy, right?
when I was working at one of the first dealerships, and Roswell was a little bit out there, at those times. The farmland of Alpharetta and stuff was still there. There was still a lot of farms in Roswell, and people would call for four-wheeler parts, and you'd ask them, what year is it? What model is it? I don't know. It's a red Honda. Okay. They were all either red or green.
Yeah.
And they had a bunch of them. So that
Good
is
luck.
a very good description of a lot of things. A red Honda that fits the bill for Honda. Just
That narrows it down.
don't expect the right part if that's
Yeah.
how you're trying to order it. Nice. Well, anything on the horizon for you? How can people? Well, yeah. What's on the horizon for you?
I don't know. We're just staying busy constantly, so I don't even know what's next. I feel like every weekend I'm nonstop working all week, just having fun, enjoying life right now.
Mhm.
Watching the kids grow, making sure they get into their hobbies and just enjoying life right now.
Life is good to be enjoyed.
Yes,
Indeed.
very much.
Even and if you work a lot and you enjoy your work, it makes it all that better.
Yes.
How do people find you if they want to see what you do?
Ride with Danger on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, a few other things.
All the same,
Yeah, all Ride with Danger.
regular spelling.
Yes.
No Q's, U's, or K's in there.
Nope.
Okay, good.
Pretty
Because
simple.
you run
All
out of
one
those
word. Well,
usernames
kind of.
sometimes, and you got to come up with alternatives. So
I started it early enough. I got on the didn't have to do that. So
Okay.
I got lucky with that, I guess.
yes, indeed. Well, we have a question for you from our
Alrighty.
magic question box. Let's see what you have today. Oh, this is a good one for you. All right. If you had to live inside a video game world, but it's the most glitchy, low budget game ever made, which one are you stuck in and how do you deal with constantly clipping through walls?
Ooh. S- just
Cue
hearing
the old glitchy
yeah.
video game music.
I don't know, just hearing glitching video game just makes me think of Elder Scrolls, Oblivion, and Skyrim. Normally I'm like a first person shooter guy, but I love Skyrim and Oblivion and all the glitches that come with it. I feel like I would have some fun with that.
Yes, and then the wall thing.
Just clipping through walls. You know, some days I just feel like I'm doing that anyway. So
Stop! You violated the law.
kind of fit right in.
And what would be super low budget about it from the way the video game is now? Like, how would it be low budget? What would that make it look like to you?
That's a tough one because it's a huge budget for a game, but it still feels like it has so many little glitches and stuff in it just already. So I feel like it would just be worse. You're trying to talk to somebody and they just like float off into space while you're trying to talk to them.
Showing.
Which mentally a lot of people do that anyway. So I could get used to that.
Yeah.
It'd be
Okay.
fun.
All right. So there you have it. I can't repeat that because I don't even know what game you're talking about. But it would be super low budget, very digitized.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What kind of noises or track or music or whatever goes along with it? Like what kind of noises? Is there music or is there just
Like a lot
character
of
noises?
fantasy style old school music and some combat sounds of swords and shields clashing.
2 of the afternoon watch and all's well.
Really poorly done.
All right. Well, maybe Duncan will be able to master up some kind of image of that for you.
Farewell.
May you rest in peace.
All right. Well, check him out. I appreciate you coming and spending some time with us. It's been fun.
Thank you,
Finding out
thank
a
you.
little bit more about you. And we'll have you back and we'll see where you are then.
Sweet.
All right. Thanks. And we'll
Thank
see
you.
you all again soon. Thanks. Thank you for tuning in to Candy's World on Wheels podcast. Leave a review anywhere that you're listening to this podcast, please. And thank you. Reviews really do make a very big difference in the growth of our channel.